Welcome to part 5 of the Jamie Hicks investigation. As you can see, the mayor and city council spoke for nearly half of a woman's 300-second time limit at the last meeting. Well, your girl grew a pair, and not only that, I came with the present. Yes, this board was wrapped up with a bow and all just for them. I'm pretty dang proud of myself for setting my fears and anxiety aside and speaking for the first time ever at a public meeting. This present actually showed them that they spoke for 42% of a woman's time before cutting her time off at the 5-minute limit. All right, guys, let's go. It's going to take me a second here. What's wrong with this thing? They did need a new one. Okay. Is my time starting?
So when you're ready.
Okay. My name is Angel, and I'm an investigative journalist. I'm here to address a few of this city's many issues. Mr. Ambassador, you have interjected yourself into the public comment time on numerous occasions, yet you suggest there should be no time extensions. During a man's public comment, I have heard you belittle him for the choices of his adult children, specifically where they choose to live. You have knowingly and aggressively attempted to trample on the rights of the people. I've heard you hollering out, "Whoa," over the use of the word motherfucker. You then blurted out, "And don't let him back in, that'd be the best thing." And then keep him out for good, all during the people's time to speak. You didn't know if he had a weapon, if he'd punched the chief. You didn't know, and you chose to antagonize the situation. You claimed twice that he was violent. The only violence I saw came from you guys. I recall you stating, "We can't have this. You know, he swears." Well, shit, so do I. I hope the voters take a hard look at what you're doing before the next election. Mayor Grove. I called your office wanting to have a conversation. You had Julie call me back requesting a meeting. On Valentine's Day we met. Actually, instead of meeting with you, I met with you, John Duncan, Julie, and Brent. You refer to them as your entourage. I found that interesting. To meet with the mayor, you have to be surrounded by others without warning. I deem this to be intimidating and disappointing as you requested that meeting. While I believe the conversation was productive, you were prepared to record me having Brent wield a phone before I even walked in. I wasn't there to talk politics. I was there to gather information, to understand. Chief was featured in my second video published and other videos since then. Aside from failing to properly comply with FOIA, I've never had an issue there. Jeff, you accused me of berating the chief, and I never did that. You admitted that a man's removal at the last meeting was under your previous direction. You lied to me claiming Mr. Hicks was fine after being kicked out the first time, when in reality, I had just released the recording of the truth. I don't want to say too much until I really read the police report. Yes, that's right. You guys are also attempting to take away that man's freedom after what you did. Mike, I hope you understand that we both have a job to do, and I'd rather question you to your face, and I hope you respect that. Mayor Grove, you accused me of posting a video before I ever saw the city's video. That wasn't true. Your footage was used in my story. You also made it clear that the things that have happened to me at other locations wouldn't happen here. But how can that be true? Look at what's going on. Jeff and John, you both claimed Jamie was telling his wife to shut up at the last meeting. I have reviewed that video multiple times, and I have yet to hear it. Please send me the timestamp, though, if I'm wrong. You guys repeatedly claimed that Mr. Hicks was interrupting someone else's speaking time. By the time Chief got up to remove Jamie, Dawn had just approached the podium. Why can't he make his own comment away from the podium? You did, Mr. Mayor. At 3:45 in the video, you said it was time for public comment. You continued on for 36 seconds saying to reach out to you in various forms. We've established that you can't have a phone call with the mayor. You have to meet with his entourage without warning. Mayor, at 4:22 in the video, you announced that you'd go first for public comment, although you had already started your rant. From 4:22 to 7:21, you continued your comment. At 7:22 to 9:23, you and your council were yapping around. You did this during our comment time. Your public comment from your seat, not the podium, took about 5 minutes and 37 seconds. By 9:04 in the video, you told Jamie not to catcall. If you were claiming it was your comment time, your fictional time was over. Dawn didn't even arrive at the podium until about 9:38, just as Chief got up to remove Mr. Hicks. And I have a present for you all, if you didn't notice. All right. Dawn spoke her first word at the video's 10:30 mark. These timestamps are you guys abusing her speaking time, all of these. This is the number of seconds, okay? I'm almost done. It's important if you couldn't tell. If you couldn't tell what it was regarding. At 15:39, John Duncan called the time. Her time was over. Dawn had 300 seconds, equaling 5 minutes. Of those 300 seconds, city council members spoke for 127 of her seconds. Dawn was left with 173 seconds of her own time. Not only did you guys take over public comment, you extended your own alleged comment time without a vote. You then had a man forcibly removed. Once he was gone, you hijacked this woman's speech by speaking over 42% of her time. You then ended her time. Rules for thee, not for me, isn't that what they say? While I agree that there can't be a circus here, you have shown, okay. Well, did you want a motion for my last sentence? You have shown that you cannot distinguish where your perceived authority begins and ends. Do better. Thank you. Actually, this is for you guys. Take it as my complaint or whatever you want.